Aubrey, take us away.
Okie dokie. Howdy, friends and family. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Stand Up. We're going to go around our circles and see how everyone's doing. Why don't we start with Kajal and Shauna?
We've just been chipping away at the things that we went over with Kate, our SME, and yeah, we're still working on removing some questions and adding a couple more things.
Great. And we said put maybe those questions in the channel or potentials for Teaching Tuesday. No pressure. I said I'm going to stop calling out people for Teaching Tuesday, but then I just did it again. But so everyone can stay tuned for that. Great. And how about Regis? How are you doing with the late docketing statement?
Very good. Thank you for setting up or putting it into the testing server. I have sent it along to the appeals court so they can look it over and provide some feedback. So that was a very nice milestone this morning. And the jury instruction project is entering a new phase, which is very fun.
Awesome. Very exciting. So for everyone, the Regis is working on one of the forms for the appeals court, and his SME is also the client that we're working with. And so to get feedback on what he's built, we put it on the test server and he gets feedback that way. So it'll help him move towards MVP. We think it's at MVP, but we're going to get some feedback on the way to share that with the appeals court is by putting it on the test server, which is something that you will all do shortly. So it's a very great milestone, and it sounds like the jury project is going well. So hats off. Awesome. Looks like Catherine, you're representing the record appendix team today.
I just kind of started putting it through the Weaver. I only download the package, so I don't know if it's actually working yet, but I got it through the Weaver and everything. And I finished up the consumer default and made a pull request. I'm just kind of waiting. And there was some timing out issues, but I was told it's not my fault, so that's all.
Yeah, I'm also getting the timeout issue, so maybe that's something to talk about during Teaching Tuesday or in the coding channel. Bryce, did you have something to say?
I was going to say that was going to be something I was going to bring up once here. It's less of a Teaching Tuesday thing because there's not a lot to teach. It's essentially like some various combination of things in how we are like generating the final PDF form and how DocAssembly combines PDFs and converts things from docx to PDF, that it takes much longer than it should, like a lot longer than it really should. And we're working on a solution. It's going to be essentially like we're just going to pop a little screen in the middle that says like, hey, your stuff is being generated, with some little indication that it's being generated, as opposed to just letting like your browser, like your web browser think, oh, like is the server just dead? It's not talking to me anymore. And then you get the timeout issue. But that is sort of in progress, and hopefully we'll get to it soon, but it's sort of like will be in progress. But essentially the main point was that like it's not really a y'all issue. And it kind of sucks that like if you can't get all the way to the end, but when we do have the like update, we'll let everyone know so you can go actually get to the end. Yeah, if you see timeout issues, it's mostly not your fault. Is what the main point of that.
Okay, great. That solves a lot of questions. Thank you. So awesome, Catherine. Transitioning to the new one. Glad it went through the Weaver. We updated the Trello card this morning too. Shout out everybody, update your Trello cards. If they are not up to date, gentle encouragement from me on that one. I'm gonna start calling you out privately, but calling you out. Great, awesome. Ryan, you are representing your team today. How's it going?
I am, yeah. I'm representing our juvenile name change form group today. Pretty much finished pushing through all the big like changes that our SME told us on her first round that we should work on implementing. Got some great tips and links to the documentation this morning from Michelle on how to work on fixing the mandatory versus non-mandatory field stuff, and just got that implemented, I think, before coming into our stand-up, but haven't really tested it too extensively, so I'm not sure on that yet. And then I think I'll have a couple questions for Teaching Tuesday regarding like carry form integration, and then maybe just doing like a little quick survey to see whether or not others think that certain things need to be in the interview for MVP or not, but I'll hold that for Teaching Tuesday.
Great, fantastic. Thank you. And Joelle, how are you doing? The pre-trial memo? Yeah.
Yes. So I'm doing good. I'm hoping to meet with Caroline this week so that I can do like a plain language review with her and then possibly demo the form for you guys on Friday if we have time, if that works. And I just talked to Shauna, and our form is getting to a really good place. So hopefully that will be ready sooner than we thought.
Awesome. That's great news. Sounds like both are in very good places. And yes, we have demo planned for Friday, so we will do that post stand-up. Awesome. Kate, do you have any stand-up items for the team?
I don't.
Okay, we're happy to see your face. Bryce, did you have anything to add?
Not like any other like announcement sort of stuff. For stand-up stuff, I was working a bit on a security bug that was found yesterday, but it's all fixed now. And also some e-filing stuff where we can now get all of the things that you didn't properly send to the e-filer, and then ask, or we can't ask them yet, but we're working on actually asking those in DocAssembly and everything. Yeah, that's progress.
Michelle, did you have anything? And thumbs up, Bryce.
So I'm trying to think of I'm never good at this part. I should always write it down beforehand. I never do. The setup, the test setup stuff is working great, except for now we want to use organization secrets. So I'm going to redo everything. So that's where we are with that. I would love some brain trust time on like figuring out the questions, which have actually become very complicated because of a lack of the lack of ability to explain the very fundamentals of what's going on. And I'm trying to like get the perspective of someone who does not know the fundamentals. And so I don't know, maybe if I explain it to someone.
Are you looking for a volunteer?
Yes, if
Sit with
someone
you.
is willing.
Okay.
If someone has some time to sit and like be confused,
Mhm.
that would be great. Let me know.
Why don't
Yeah.
we put it on the grab bag, and then we'll also put a post in the channel.
Oh
so that
yeah,
we can
sure,
get
sure,
some people to grab on it. So everyone look out for that.
sure.
And here and cool. Let's continue.
So so that's looking all right. The reports, I got some awesome feedback on the reports. Thanks, Bryce and Lily, who's not here. Great feedback that will take a while to implement, but still great feedback. All the great feedback, all the good things and useful things to do are also the most annoying, but very cool. And I got report tests that test the reports for failing interviews to run, though a little bit strangely. And so we want to get started on writing more thorough ones of those, because those do keep tripping us up because they don't get triggered anywhere when we're developing. And so, variables get lost on the way, and bad things end up happening. Was there? No. Okay. That's on the other side of things. Cool. That's it for me, I think.
Cool. Sounds like progress all around. Sarah, how are you doing in your astrology mask?
Good, everybody. And I don't think anyone's going to swing by with an emergency. So I think I have some time. All good news. I don't know if Eleni was on earlier. We are down to one remaining filing address confirmation. We had 3, and then I was like, you know what, Eleni, let me go at it right before and just like see if I can confirm them. So I got 2 out of 3. So one more left, which is great. For my form that's probably taken the longest that anyone's ever done an online form, I am talking with my subject matter expert on Friday. So I'm going to send her the form and send her the questions ahead of time. So hopefully on Friday we can make some good progress to finally get this across the finish line. But that said, I also like put my name on on one of the grab bag cards. And Michelle, I'm totally happy to help out. I missed the beginning of what you're asking, but now that I'm kind of in the waiting in the wings for Friday, I'm happy to help out with things in the meantime. And I think one of the grab bag items was from Caroline. I don't know if she's on the call, like basically like writing writing out documentation or like a process or something. So that said, if there's anything I can help with between now and Friday, now that we have one address left, and I'll keep calling Newton District Court, but they don't seem to have an answering machine. It's interesting, but yeah, so all good things. Progress made.
Yeah, they're not always there. I have one superior in Newton District Court. But yeah, there are sometimes, yeah, they have weird hours, or at least they did years ago.
Yeah, it's so interesting that there's just like no voicemail. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't listen
There are
to
a couple
voicemails personally,
offices
but
like that.
yeah,
There are a couple offices like that.
yeah. If you don't have a voicemail, you don't have to listen to them. But awesome, that's awesome news. We're just waiting on one left, so great. Just a comment for the grab bag. I don't think there's much detail about that one, so we'll have to connect with Caroline directly. But Michelle is looking for a volunteer or volunteers, plural. So great, thank you. And yeah, fantastic. David, did you have anything?
No, not really. Just do a lot of meetings and paperwork.
Very fun. I don't have anything for the group. I'm really excited about the progress everyone's been making. I hope that everyone knows how proud I am, and you're doing really great. Really excited. It's going to be we've got an exciting couple of weeks coming up. You are all on the verge of. You're already reached greatness, but we're on the verge of something really special. So great job, everyone. Fantastic. Whee.
You've all planted your seeds and they're getting ready to bloom.
Does anybody have any asides, anything they forgot they want to share? We are blowing through stand-ups these days.
This is how it's supposed to work.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Should we